So welcome to this episode of Real People. We're going to talk to Natalie James about all sorts of stuff, mainly singing, I'm guessing. But really, Natalie, how did it all begin? I mean, you sing, you sang on TV, you've sang in Holland, you've done all sorts of stuff. As a wee girl, were you always into singing?
I started singing when I was really young. I think my mum said, you know, it's the usual classic sort of sentence, what is it, you sang before you could walk.
Right.
So I always sang. I always had a love for music and performing. And funny enough, my very first singing lesson was at the age of 5, which was with our very fantastic local talent, Louise.
Right.
Bushnell McFarlane, we'll call her. But no, that I met her when I was 5.
Right.
And she, from the sort of earlier times, was such, and still is, she's a mentor, she's such an inspiration to me. I phoned her up yesterday for advice on something. Every Sunday we used to go to our mum's shop. Our mum was a hairdresser.
Right.
My mum was a hairdresser. Our 2 dads were electricians, so we had a lot in common. And I used to go to hers every Sunday to her mum's hairdressers and do singing lessons. We'd do all the old folks' homes. She'd come to all the local and the talent competitions. We did loads together, and still to this day, she's just a massive inspiration to me. So that's how it all sort of started and evolved.
And you started doing what, pubs and things and singing by yourself, or were you part of a band? Or?
No, all solo as well. I got a job down actually in Jamestown, was my first job. It was a karaoke on a Friday night.
Where was that filmed?
It was the Roundtree, wasn't it?
Oh, the Roundtree,
Roundtree bar, And we did that, and then moved on to, my dad said, I have to go down and have a wee meeting with Alan Wright, and I went down, got all dressed up, and he gave me a residency down in, what was it called? Because it's had so many names. Down at the Dilly Chip. The Beechwood, So I was down there every Friday night. I had the residency in there, where I got to know the family, got to know obviously Alana. And through that, there is so much talent
when was this?
in this area. Well, I was 17.
Okay,
17.
I
just started drama school, so I used to come back and get the train every Friday, Queen Street. And I'd come back and stay, because I was living up in the town then, and I'd come back and I'd stay with my dad. At that time my mum had obviously sadly passed away when I was 17, and I'd come back and I'd stay in Old Bon Hill every Friday. But even just through that then, I got to obviously meet Jim, I got to meet Des, and just the talent in this area is outstanding.
There's a lot, isn't there?
There's a lot.
It's still coming up as well as we speak.
Which is great.
As we speak, it's still all emerging. And then you got involved with ScotSoul.
Yes, we've had many a memory with ScotSoul. Obviously that was all started with Jim. He came to us with the sort of idea, and we were like, yeah, we can do it. It was myself and Jim and Shirley, and obviously Louise and Des. So there was 5 of us. We were like, we're all singers, we can do it. And honestly, it was one of the most challenging things I've ever done. Not so much with working with people, it was just a cappella singing, singing without music. And our vocal coach, she had ears that picked up everything. Natalie, you sounded your T wrong at that time. You came off wrong at that note.
Really pernickety.
You were slightly off key, whatever. It was such a challenge, but such an amazing experience.
There's quite a bit of pressure involved as well, I'd imagine.
Massively. Especially when we got to the final.
Yeah.
And I think I practiced, Jim, maybe with a bit of metronome for about 3 to 4 weeks to keep in the timing. So it was ingrained in my brain with this beep, beep, beep.
That was just happening in your brain anyway.
And we were told if we made it to the final, we had to finish our song within 1 minute 30. And I was given a starting note on the piano, and that was it. And it went out to the full of the UK.
Several million people. Yes. And it was live as well,
great.
I guess.
We met so many people. People just with their love of music production, people that are just so knowledgeable. Obviously we got to sing with Shaka Khan, and then just what I go back and I'll put it on maybe, and I'll show the kids or whatever, and my face lights up.
No, it's a lifetime experience.
Just what an amazing opportunity.
What did that lead to for you?
For me, I think we obviously went over to France and we did a bit over there as well, but we're all performers in our own right. You know, Louise, she has her school, she sings, Des is in, you know, he does his thing, Jim's got all of this sort of stuff, he still sings, Shirley sings, I sing, so, you know, it's sometimes when we're maybe doing more local things, we'll be like, do you want to put the song on again, and we'll reminisce and we'll sing, or we'll like fling a video over and be like, remember this. So we're still all, you know, friends, and we'll share videos and whatever, but we cannot do all our own sort of thing.
And tell me about Holland, because
Holland, yeah.
Was that a result again of the show, or was that something else?
No, that was previous. So that was after that was after drama school. I did obviously the anti-smoking Hebs advert, and working with certain people in management and that, they put me forward for a band in Holland where it's quite controversial because I actually had to go in and replace the lead singer, so they were already famous.
Okay.
And
what was the band called?
The band were called Bad Candy, so they were very famous over there, like in Holland and in Germany. So I was more known sort of over there, but I had to go in and replace a lead singer, which, to try and then get fans to like you, you know, you're kind of the bad person to come in, but the memories I have from that are...
But it went well?
It went amazing. I mean, I got to sing on Top of the Pops, I won an award against the Black Eyed Peas, I shot videos, it was amazing. I got to see a lot of, you know, I learned a language of the show on a kids' TV show, but one thing I will say, nothing beats home. Part of my contract was I was allowed to fly home because I got so homesick.
So where were you mainly based? Amsterdam, I'm guessing?
I was in Den Haag for 9 months, which is obviously near more the sea, and then for the next sort of 2 years I went on and I stayed in Amsterdam, which I kind of found myself a wee bit more, I think it's just more of a metropolitan city where people do speak the language as well.
Okay. So you did that for what, 2-3 years just about?
I was, but went on and did vocal coaching.
And you
on the
did
X
albums
Factor.
with the band and all that stuff. That's all there.
It's all there.
That's good. So how did that kind of finish then? Was it?
The manager chucked us. I'm going to be completely real. I think he invested so much. And we all went on to do our own thing.
It ran its course, basically.
And I had a word with myself and thought, do I really want to stay here, continue? And I thought, no, I've done my bit. I've been here for nearly 3 years. I missed my friends. I missed Scotland so much.
So what are you doing right now?
Just now, I am doing a bit of everything. Singing full time, which I'm loving. And what I love about my job is every day is new. I sing brides down the aisle. I do a lot of corporate events, you know, I sing for Emirates, I've sang for the clothing brand New Look, I was flown down to London, I sang for them. I do a lot of charity work, still community based.
So I'm guessing you have an agent who basically lines things up for you, or do you do them all yourself?
I represent myself, more or less, I sing with a lot of DJs, like Cassie from Clyde One, I get a little Alicia who I work with, so I more or less represent myself.
Do you have your own website and stuff like that?
Yes, I do.
So if people want to even hire you, or want to see what you do, what's the best place to get you?
Well, obviously I'm on all the social tags, Instagram, Natalie James Music, Facebook, TikTok, and I've obviously got my website, nataliejames.com.
And that will magically appear at the bottom of the screen. So listen, it's been really nice to talk to you.
Thank you, this has been lovely.
Wow, and there's just so many people in this area I've never met before who are so talented.
This area is amazing.
And I'm like, I must know them, but I hadn't met you before. So it's nice to meet you. And
lovely.
Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you.
I wish you every success.
Thank you so much for having me.
And that's it for this episode of Real People.